How are you, my dear students? Welcome back to our lessons. We are now in lesson 3. Our topic is operations on functions. Let us start with an exercise. For the exercise number 1, you are going to solve and simplify the given problems. I will give you 30 seconds to answer these 5 problems. Number 1 problem, 3x plus x. Again, for number 1, 3x plus x. Number 2, 2x plus x. Again, number 2, 2x plus x. Number 3, negative 1 minus 1. Number 3, negative 1 minus 1. Number 4, the sum of a and b times c, or a plus b times c. Number 5, 2x squared plus x. Number 5, 2x squared plus x. Your time starts now. Your time is up. Now let us check your answers. Number 1, the answer is 4x. 3x plus x equals 4x. Number 2, 2x plus x. Yes, that is equal to 3x. Number 3, negative 1 minus 1. Of course, it's negative 2. For number 4, the sum of a and b multiplied by c, the answer is ac plus bc, or the product of ac plus the product of b and c. Okay, so for number 4, this is a distributive property. Number 5, 2x squared plus x, that is equivalent to, okay, 2x squared plus x pa rin. So we cannot combine the 2x squared and the x because they have different exponents. Okay, so the exponent of x is only 1 and the exponent of the x squared is 2. So we cannot combine them. So please remember that because we are going to use that in our lesson for today. We are now in lesson 3 of our module for quarter 1. The topic is operations and functions. The important concept that we need to understand in this lesson is that adding, subtracting, and multiplying two or more functions together will result in another functions. Okay, so we need to add, subtract, and multiply two or more functions together. And then the result, of course, is another function. Now, dividing two functions together will also result in another function. So we also need to divide, or we need to do the division of two functions together. Okay, and the result is also in another function if, okay, we have here the condition. If the denominator or divisor is not the zero function. So what is the zero function? So dapat yung denominator natin or the divisor hindi siya magiging zero, or it is not a non-zero function. So let us start first with the sum of functions. Now for the sum of functions, so how are we going to add two functions together? So let f and g be functions. So we have here the f and g functions. Their sum, denoted by f plus g, is the function denoted by f of x plus g of x. So if we're going to add the two functions, the f and g functions, so f plus g functions of x, that is equivalent to f of x plus the g of x. So we are doing a distributive property here now. So we distribute the x to the f and x to the g. That's why we have the f function of x plus the g function of x. Example number 1. Okay, so we have here, let f function of x equals 3x plus 1. So this is our first function. F of x is equivalent to 3x minus 1. And another function, g function of x equals x minus 1. Again, for our second function, we have g of x equals x minus 1. So we have two given functions. Now, what are we going to do? Find the sum of f and g functions of x. So we need to add the two functions given. Solution. Okay, so the function or the sum of functions formula is f plus g of x is equivalent to f of x plus g of x. So ito yung gagawin natin. So what is the value of our f of x? All we need to do is to replace these two functions with their indicated value. For our f of x, we have 3x plus 1. Okay? The given f of x is equivalent to 3x plus 1. So, kopyahin lang natin. We will just copy the value of f of x, which is 3x minus 1. Then, we also have, or added by, or plus, the function, or the g function of x. Our g function of x, or g of x, is equivalent to x minus 1. Now, our g of x here now becomes x minus 1. So, we have to change the g of x by its indicated value from the given, which is x minus 1. So, we have now the 3x minus 1 plus x minus 1. So, next is, okay, so let's remove the parentheses. So yun man ang gagawin natin, no? Let's remove the parentheses. So we have 3x minus 1. So this is addition, plus x. And then this is plus negative 1. So if when we add negative 1, that is magiging negative 1. So that's why we have 3x minus 1 plus x minus 1. Then after this, we are going to combine like terms. So how are we going to combine like terms? So we have here the 3x and x. So same terms sila, or the x here have the same exponent. So x raised to 1, 3x raised to 1, and another x raised to 1. So we can combine them together. And then we also have the constant number. We have negative 1 and negative 1. So do not forget the sign of our term, yung sa left side, this, the plus and minus sign before the number. So dapat we need to carry that or copy. No? Huwag kalimutan yung sign ng numbers natin or ng terms natin. So yung sa left, or before the number or before the variable. So those are, or the signs of our terms. Okay, so we have positive 3x. This is positive x. This is negative 1. And this is negative 1 also. So 3x plus x, we have 4x. So apat na x. Then we also have 2 negative. Okay, negative 2. Negative 1 minus 1, that is negative 2. So our sum is another function, which is 4x minus 2. So f plus g of x is equivalent to 4x minus 2. So that's it. So this is now our solution for the problem or example number 1. Now, let's have an example number 2. Okay, try to solve this. Let f of x equals x plus 1. Okay, this is the first function, the f function of x, which is equivalent to x plus 1. And another function, g function of x, is equivalent to 2x squared. Again, g of x is equivalent to 2x squared. So we have here two functions given. What are we going to do? Find the sum of f and g of x, or the f plus g functions of x. Our solution. Okay, so let's have here the f plus g of x is equal to, of course, this is the f of x plus g of x. So we will just add the two functions. What is the value of f of x? Our f of x is equivalent to x plus 1. So instead of writing f of x, so we will write x plus 1. So right here, x plus 1 plus the value of our g of x, which is 2x squared. So we need to replace the g of x by 2x squared. Now we have f plus g of x is equal to x plus 1 plus another function, which is 2x squared. Now let's remove the parentheses. We have x plus 1, and this is positive 2x squared, or plus 2x squared. Now let's combine like terms. What are we going to do? Can we combine 2x squared and x? Of course not. So dun sa exercise natin a while ago, di ba hindi pwede combine the x squared and the x because they have different exponents. So magkaiba si 2x squared and the x. So we cannot combine them together. So all we need to do is just arrange our expressions from the highest degree of exponent. Okay, so that's why we have here 2x squared first plus x, then plus 1. So i-arrange na lang natin yung solution natin. So the sum of two functions here, which is f of x is equivalent to x plus 1, and the g of x is equivalent to 2x squared, results in another function that is equivalent to 2x squared plus x plus 1. Okay? Next. Example number 3. So you have to try this example number 3. All you have to do is to find the sum of the two functions. Our problem is let f of x is equivalent to 2x plus 1. Again, f function of x is equal to 2x plus 1. And g of x is equivalent to x plus 3. Again, g function of x equals x plus 3. So that is the two functions given. What are you going to do is to find the f plus g functions of x, or find the sum of f and g functions of x. Now I will give you 30 seconds for this. Just try to solve this problem. Okay, your time starts now. Nico? Your time is up. Now let us check your solution. Okay? So for our solution, the sum of f and g functions of x is equivalent to the function of x plus the g of x. or g function of x. Replace or change the f of x with the value which is 2x plus 1. Okay, this is the given value of f function of x. So 2x plus 1 plus another function of g of x, which is x plus 3. Okay, so we have now 2x plus 1 plus x plus 3. Now let's remove our parenthesis. Magiging 2x plus 1 plus x plus 3. After that, let's combine like terms. So we have 2x and positive x. Okay, 2x plus x, and then we also have positive 1 and positive 3. So that's why we have plus 1 plus 3. So 2x plus x plus 1 plus 3, that is equivalent to, okay, so 2x plus x is 3x, plus 1 plus 3 is positive 4. Okay, so that is now our solution. So I hope that you got the correct answer. Now let us proceed to the difference of functions. For the difference of functions, let us start first with our exercise number 2. Again, you are going to solve and simplify for 20 seconds only because this is just a review. Okay, number 1, 3x minus x. Number 1, 3x minus x. Number 2, negative of x minus 1. Again, negative of x minus 1, or the negative of the difference of x minus 1. Number 3, negative 1 plus 1. Number 3, negative 1 plus 1. Number 4, a minus b multiplied by c. Again, the difference of a and b multiplied by c. Number 5, 2x squared minus x. Number 5, 2x squared minus x. Okay, your 20 seconds starts now. Your time is up. Now let us check your answers. Okay, for number 1, 3x minus x is 2x. Number 2, negative of x minus 1. So this is a distributive property. We will distribute, that is negative times x. You have negative x. Negative times negative 1, that is positive 1. So our answer here is negative x plus 1. For number 3, negative 1 plus 1, of course, that is equivalent to 0. Number 4, a minus b multiplied by c, or the difference of a and b times c. Okay, again, we will do the distributive property here. So that is a times c minus b times c. Okay, so ac minus bc. Number 5, x minus 2x squared. Again, we cannot combine this two because this is x squared and another one is only x. So all we have to do is to just arrange these two terms. So we have negative 2x squared comes first, then followed by positive x. Okay, negative 2x squared plus x. Okay, I hope you've got all the correct answers. Now the difference of functions. For the difference of functions, so let f and g again be functions. We have the f and g functions. Their difference is denoted by, so we have the f minus g here. Is the function denoted by f minus g of x is equivalent to, this is the f of x minus g of x. Again, this is also a distributive property. So this is the f of x minus the g of x. So we need to subtract two given functions. Example, okay, for the difference of function, example number 1. So let f function of x is equivalent to 3x minus 1. Okay, the f of x is 3x minus 1, and the g of x is equivalent to x minus 1. So we will find the f minus g of x, or the difference of the two functions. For our solution, so we have f minus g of x, this is our formula, is equivalent to f of x minus g of x. Now our f of x here, we need to replace this by the given value, which is 3x minus 1. And then the g of x also, so we need to replace it by x minus 1. So from the given. So do not forget, this is subtraction. So this is minus x minus 1. Okay, then so let's remove the parenthesis that is equivalent to 3x minus 1. So since this is negative, okay, negative times x, that's why we have negative x here. Then we also have negative times negative 1, that's why we have positive 1 right here. Okay, so that is equivalent to, now we have 3x and negative x. So do not forget the sign of our x here, which is negative. That's why we have 3x minus x. So they are like terms. Then we have negative 1 and positive 1 right here. Okay, let's combine them together. That is equivalent to 2x. Why 2x? Because negative 1 plus 1, that is equivalent to 0. Okay, so the difference of the two functions, the f of x and g of x function, result in another function, which is the f minus g of x is equivalent to 2x. Now let's proceed to example number 2. Okay, for example number 2, let f of x is equivalent to x plus 1 and g of x is equivalent to 2x squared. So you are going to find the f minus g of x. For our solution, so f minus g of x is equivalent to f of x minus g of x. Okay, so replace the value of f of x and g of x, that is x plus 1, this is our f of x, and 2x squared, which is our g of x. Okay, so this is subtraction. So x plus 1 minus 2x squared. Now let's remove our parenthesis here. We have x plus 1, and then this is negative of 2x squared. That's why nagiging negative 2x squared na dito. So be careful with the sign para hindi po tayo magkamali sa solution. Now, since the 2x squared is different from x, so we cannot combine them together. All we have to do is to just arrange the expressions or the functions. So starts with, of course, negative 2x squared plus x plus 1. So the result or the difference of two functions, f of x and g of x functions, is equivalent to another function, which is negative 2x squared plus x plus 1. So ganun lang po kadali mag-minus or subtract ng functions. Okay? So try this. Example number 3. So this is now your problem. So this is an example that you need to solve. So let f of x, this is now the given, let f of x is equivalent to 2x plus 1 and g of x is equivalent to x plus 3. Again, the f function of x is 2x plus 1. And the g of x is x plus 3. Again, the g of x is x plus 3. So find the f minus g of x, or the difference of f and g of x. Okay, for 20 seconds only. Your time starts now. Your time is up. Let us check your solution. Okay, our solution is f minus g of x is equivalent to f of x minus g of x. Now replace the value of f of x, which is 2x plus 1, and our g of x is x plus 3. Now we have 2x plus 1 minus x plus 3. Now let's remove the parentheses. So what will happen? We have 2x plus 1, and this is minus, okay, negative 1, or negative times positive x. So that's why we have negative x here. The negative 1 times positive 3. So negative times positive, we have negative 3. So that's why we have 2x plus 1 minus x minus 3. Okay, now let's combine like terms. We have 2x and negative x here. So we can combine them because they are the same. They are like terms. Okay, now we also have positive 1 and negative 3. So positive 1 and negative 3. And that is equivalent to 2x minus x is equal to x. Then 1 minus 3 is negative 2. So this is now the difference of the two functions, the f of x and g of x. Now, before we end our lesson, let us first review our functions. So how are we going to do the operations and functions? Number one here, the sum of the two function f and g. So if we have f plus g of x, or f plus g functions of x, that is equivalent to f of x plus g of x. So that is for the sum of the two functions. Next is the difference. So the difference of f and g function. So you have f minus g. So f minus g function of x, or the difference of f and g functions of x. That is equivalent to f of x minus g of x. So all you have to do is to subtract the two functions. And that ends our lesson for today. Thank you so much for listening and watching. So for those who want to review, you can replay our video. Thank you so much and have a great day, everyone. Keep safe.